Hi everybody, this is the Lucky TJ at Living Metaphysically. How are you doing tonight? Alright, so listen, I did talk about Ghostery in the previous video before this one, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit more and show you some of the incredible other topics that they had, other features, other topics. So here, I'm going to run this little video real quick to tell you what Ghostery is.
We spend a lot of time online every day. We use the internet for work, shopping, and entertainment, to look up information and catch up with loved ones. When we do these things online, we hope it's a quick and easy experience, but it turns out that's rarely the case. When you visit a website, it's cluttered with ads and trackers. Trackers are snippets of code that send and receive information about you to other companies. Trackers use this information to target you with ads, analyze your behavior, and connect to social media platforms without your knowledge. This makes websites slower, cluttered, and less private, which can really impede your browsing experience. But here's the good news. Browsing online doesn't have to be frustrating. With Ghostery, it's cleaner, faster, and safer. Trackers are now easier to see and block. You have the flexibility to block a tracker on the current website you're on, block it on all sites, or even keep the tracker on the site if you prefer. By blocking trackers, pages load faster because you reduce the clutter on the page. Smart blocking works behind the scenes to automatically block trackers that slow down web pages and unblock trackers if they're breaking the website's functionality. Ad blocking keeps you from seeing all those annoying and pestering ads. And enhanced anti-tracking keeps your browsing anonymous to protect your privacy. Also, Ghostery has a simple display option that gives you an easy, no-fuss interface that you don't have to maintain, while still giving you the ability to switch to a more detailed view. And this is just the beginning. The more you browse with Ghostery, the cleaner, faster, and safer the internet becomes for you. Try it today for free at ghostery.com. We spend a lot of time online every day. We use the internet for work.
Alright, so that was Ghostery, their little video, which talks all about how you can have faster, safer, smarter browsing with less. I am so excited to be able to find this stuff out because I have often felt like, I was sick and tired of ads and all kinds of other crap slowing my computer down, the computer experience, my browsing, surfing, reading, learning, every experience I have on the internet. So I'm going to be using Ghostery. I haven't installed it yet. And I did want to, I was looking a little bit at some of their products. So they have a browser extension. I'm pretty sure it goes with these. It goes with Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Internet Explorer. This must be a Safari. I'm not sure what this one is. And they have so let's just look and see what it's saying for the products. So, Clicks 8.1 is one of their products actually. So, and Firefox, so these are what it's compatible with. I'm not sure what Edge is. That's cool. And then also you can get it on your phone. I love that. So you can use that. So, and they have the Clicks desktop browser. That's their own product. And their own mobile browser and the Firefox extension. So that sounds real good. So you can take a look at this and read it and find out about it for yourself. And what else do they have? Oh yeah, okay. So that's here. Let me take a look and see. Ultra safe, ultra fast. I am actually gonna use this, and when I do, I'll make another video and tell you how I liked it, because this is really, really, really awesome. I can't wait to check it out. What's it saying? Fast and safe. Use the Clicks browser. Anonymity. Okay, it's safety. Architecture gives you back your anonymity. I want that. Its built-in search revolutionizes the way. So I don't know about using its search because I'm using pre-search, but like I already told you, so I can make the extra pre-search tokens. But here's a new, this browser sounds like it's going to be so good. Yeah. All right, so it's just saying, I was just reading it. Just imagine you search for something even before you finish typing. It's just what this is what happens. Your browser completes top relevant search results. Well, they already do that. And website suggestions as if on its own. Only one click and you are where you want to go. Well, other browsers actually seem as though they do that. But look how many minutes it's saying that you save per day. This is awesome. All right, so I told you a little bit about clicks. Oh, about Ghostery, which makes clicks. Okay, this is good. Anti-tracking, ad blocker, anti-phishing. I like that. Encryption. This is good. Yeah, and here's some more stuff. I noticed all the time that people are always saying, okay, well, we use cookies, and so it's saying that you won't have to be able to worry about that. Other unsafe data. So clicks is going to help you not have to have all this crap. The third-party cookies, other unsafe data, and ads. Wow. I can't wait to use it. All right, so I hadn't looked at this before I did the video, obviously, but because I was really more interested in the other product. But that's awesome. Ghostery. I love this. So what else? Okay. Earlier today when I found out about Ghostery, I was looking at their blog and I saw that they had all kinds of cool topics that they had, for example, Instagram privacy settings that you should adjust. So if you're on Instagram, which most people are, then you have to understand like what ways should you be configuring it so that you can have your privacy settings set in the way that will protect you the most. And another thing I thought was interesting was this one, and I didn't look at it. I was thinking maybe to do a video on it, but 10 tips for better internet safety. So, oh my God, these are some that, especially when you're in crypto, you really don't want to recklessly disclose your private data. And you know what's interesting about it? It's like when I first got into crypto, I noticed that I was watching videos on YouTube with other YouTubers, and many people did not protect their information. And I noticed that it was one guy that every time that he would log in, he would like turn off the camera and then turn it and edit that part out or whatever he did so that you would never see his data, which I thought was really great. I am an IT person. And but that doesn't mean I'm always going to make the right choices as to how to protect myself. But I did notice that he was always doing that, and I was like, wow, that's really, really great. And then later on, I noticed that there were several people who, maybe they didn't really get hacked, but there were many people who got hacked. And I think part of it has to do with displaying the private data recklessly by not really getting it that there are people who are watching. So who may not have the best thing in mind. So 2, using strong passwords, complex passwords. So complex passwords here. So they, it's really interesting. Passwords are very, it can be very challenging for people because a lot of people don't have a way that they can actually remember their own password. So if you can't remember your password very well or very easily, and then you have something important, and then your password, like I know a lot of people who say, well, I can no longer use a certain account or certain device or all kinds of stuff because they some sort of way have lost their passwords. So in order for um, for the account to be more secure, a strong password is required. But for the individual, how are you going to be able to remember that strong password and also not leave it someplace or like just like under your keyboard if you're at work or someplace like that? So I really recommend that you do what it says right here: create a strong password and also use some sort of password keeper. More than likely, you have a smartphone. So when you have a password keeper on your smartphone, all you have to do is remember the master password. That's just one password, and then you can just keep the rest of them in a like a little data in the little database that it provides. So that to me is really awesome. So anyway, this article is just saying, hey, don't use anything silly like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or the word password, because obviously those are really easy to hack, and you really have to worry about technology that people can instill, that can go and just put combinations together. So it's really good if you take um, so it's saying secure passwords should never contain a reference to personal information, names of your family members or dates of birth, etc. Like using most sites and accounts require that you use at least 8 characters. But if you can make it a little bit more, like if you make it 10, some websites I might use even 12 or 14 passwords. It just depends on like how say how much protection am I attempting to put on my account. So what you can do is, like it's saying that the more the better, and these should include a mix of capital and lowercase letters and numbers. And then also you can put special characters. It depends on the website, but most websites will allow you to use, especially the more popular special characters like the number symbol, the at symbol, um, um, the ampersand, the asterisk. So you can use a lot of those, and you can use it. You can use, be creative. And then or some password keepers actually um, will have a password generator which can give you a random password. So that's also really good. So here you go. Relatively secure and easy to remember are passphrases derived from a sentence. So you can just make up a sentence. You can string together the beginning of words in a sentence, including special characters. When doing so, please do not use a well-known quote or saying. That kind of seems obvious, but I think sometimes people may think to do that because they think, okay, I can remember that. But if you can, then other people have heard it as well. So my password, even better are sentences you think of yourself, like my password has a greater than 10 characters and only used for my email account. This would be shortened to, so this is pretty cool. So look at what they're saying. They're saying if you make up a sentence, all right, and you can remember the first letter of all of these. So the words my password has greater than 10 characters and is only used for my email account. So that could be shortened to MPH greater than symbol 10CAIOUFMEA. And that sounds really, really great. So you can use that kind of little system to make yourself a complex password. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. All right. So using a password manager is what I already said. That way you can use that like on your computer, or you can use it on your phone. It's a little bit different having a password manager than I think the difference between a password manager is one that can store your passwords and then you like insert them, so you don't have to have both. When I say both, I mean like a password manager can be one that you're going to use to manage and then insert your passwords, or you have a password keeper that you keep them and you just type them out every time. So I think most people think it's more simple that they use a manager type and sometimes some apps or programs can do both. And then let's see, they're saying, that the Click browser, which I went over just now, has its own integrated password manager. Sweet. All right. Unique password for every service. That's another thing that you want to have, is like for every service that you have, particularly crypto related, just keep everything separate. You should have a separate email for that, preferably like Proton Mail. And just gonna make sure you keep everything separate. That's gonna be helpful. Okay, so that's the end of the article. So anyway, like I said, you can go on here and you can see more articles. So, okay, here's some more. Number 3, 10 tips for better internet safety. Number 3 is use encryption. Beware of public Wi-Fi. Don't, like, really be careful about that, because, like, particularly when you oh my God, use your common sense. Well, I hate to say that, like, because everybody doesn't have the same thoughts, but meaning. So I'll just scratch that from saying, but okay, use your best protection sense in mind, that to know that, and be aware that public Wi-Fi hotspots may have places where people are actually intentionally trying to install malware on your devices. So just be careful. So they say, here's saying, recommend that you use a VPN that sets up a tunnel. So if you don't know what that is, do it anyway. A VPN is pretty easy. You can read about it, you can search for it, and you can set up a VPN. It's a virtual private network service. And actually, you can use that on browser, on Opera browser. So maybe when we try out the Click browser, we'll see like what it has, because here it's saying it probably has a VPN as well. Number 5 would be adjust privacy settings. Yes. 6, beware of dubious messages. Yeah, a lot of people seem as though they really aren't grasping that when they are signing up for different types of services or games. Like, there's certain things I don't even do on a computer anymore. I do not play games, and one of the reasons why is because it was becoming more dangerous to keep having any interaction with websites that people were. I always feel like once I would see that my family or friends were like getting hacked, or they were having issues with viruses and malware, and I was like, okay, I am not going to do anything that's going to put me in a position to have that. So I haven't had any problems with my computer in ages, just because of that. So when it says beware of dubious messages, like, don't click on links in social medias, chats, or emails if you don't know the sender, and also browse. As I was saying, be careful where you're browsing, and be careful all these games and websites, stuff like that. So what else? Let's see. Critically scrutinize content. Correct. So, like, a lot of times people send stuff on Facebook Messenger. It'll be like to get your attention, or they may say, hey, don't click on this, all that. I don't even click on the thing that usually I just get rid of it. If you see anything suspicious, anything, just don't deal with it, period. People who may have their accounts on Facebook may be compromised, and they all of a sudden now they're asking you to refriend them. Forget it. Just forget it. Call them up on the phone if you know them, and just say, hey, did you create a new account? And if you don't know them, don't deal with it. Just don't. All right. Don't trust strangers. Keep your software up to date. Correct. If you have first of all, you should always have protection on your computer, also on your phone. Install the patches, keep it updated, use an antivirus and anti-malware. And number 10, use your common sense, which actually I had said earlier. So, Ghostery, the Ghostery website, its blog, so this is a great resource, and so I'm just really happy I found it, and I'm gonna find some more stuff. Here's a good article: How to keep your phone secure while traveling. How to securely erase data from your phone or laptop. People really need to know that. So I probably will end up making some more videos about some of this information. But meanwhile, I'm going to just tell you that if you like my channel, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, click the link to join our team in Unify. What else? My motto is question everything. Question everything. Like, use your intuition, use your introspection, go within and see what is it that's in you that's keeping you from having your dream, taking yourself to the most highest level that you could possibly have in your whole life. There's something in you that wants it. Go for it. Get rid of anything that's not working. And with that, I shall say peace out. See you on the next video.